Hey everybody, Brian here reporting from the scene, live in his room. Um, I finally figured out how to do live video and audio streaming at the same time. I'm not really streaming live. I'm just saying I just figured it out, and now I got effects that I can finally use. As you can hear. This is a very important time for all of us. And the guy in his room would like to announce we're finally going back to the moon. You heard it here first. Good old Biden, good old Joe is taking us back, and we're gonna set her feet on that lunar soil again. That's kind of we're gonna go in space, and we're gonna do it. It's meaningful space discovery. Um,
So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and announce that. I mean, my mom's been telling me to do my homework all weekend, and I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Okay? I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna post a video of this. I'm just sitting here. It looks fucking terrible, by the way. I mean, this is like a good laptop I'm using. I bought it to do this type of podcast, or help with video in case I wanted to do comedy videos or something, but I haven't done that yet really. I've just been working on the podcast live, doing it live because I don't feel like editing after the fact all the time now anymore. Normally, I would have recorded this without an effect on and then had to go back, listen, and add the effect. Which took, I mean, it was just a pain. It didn't actually take that long because I was used to it. But, yeah. I'm not really gonna
look at the video like I don't really want to do that, but it's kind of better when I don't only hear the. I mean, I want to hear it because the effects when the effects are on, but I don't have to have. I have one headphone off because I'm a bad boy, and that's kind of when I want to establish, like I'm like, yo, I don't even care, like, yo, I don't even give a fuck, man. Like, this is my look. Like, I don't need both headphones on. All right. Um, well, one reason I wanted to do like a live, like no editing, just stream of consciousness type of flow and shit for the podcast is because I saw the world record podcast that Brendan Walsh does, and he just does it live. And I think he has like real equipment. I mean, like have a rigged up thing, but as long as it works, that's all I need. But I was inspired by that because they obviously do it live. But I don't think I'm ripping them off because I was using effects. I'm using the same ones. I'm just, I'm just doing it. And apparently I can use this program. I got a program for the video, like to stream the audio and video. Apparently people use this to Twitch stream. They use this program, OBS. I don't know what it stands for, but I'm not a gamer. Well, I am, but I'm not a Twitch streamer. I'm a badass, but I'm not a gamer. People get that confused. But I guess I could live stream if I wanted. I don't know. Well, I could, whatever. But, I could like do multiple recordings and just combine them into one. But that would be work too, so I don't know about that either. I mean, maybe I can pause this. Yeah, but I've I've kind of
I've been doing some open mics and going back out into the city basically, which is cool. I mean, it's just kind of cool to do that shit, man. Fuck some pussies and stick my penis into pussies. I do that a lot. I mean, that's fun to do. And I'll just like fight guys, cause like I'm just that type of guy. I like to fight people. So I've been getting a lot of my rage on the subway. I'll just punch people randomly. It's kind of what I'm into. No,
I haven't really been doing that. I've just been going to open mics and I mean, yes, I have been punching strangers, but not Asian people, so don't worry. That actually is I mean, yeah, I guess if it's like someone's attacked and it's not an Asian person, it definitely gets less news coverage now. So, just so you know. I mean, not saying it's bad that Asian people are getting attacked all of a sudden, but yeah, I actually saw the other day. I was walking around trying to think of stand-up bits. And I saw this girl passed out, like laying on the sidewalk, just passed out. And I mean, like I was freaked out by it, but I didn't do anything. Well, I mean, I saw her, and
I saw her and I like looked, and I saw that she was I saw her breathing, so I thought she was asleep, just passed out.
But I just walked away, and then like I don't know, just walked. And then afterwards, I realized I was like, am I a piece of shit? Because I saw an ambulance come because she was laying. They actually, I guess, helped her out. But I was like, obviously someone else called the ambulance. But I realized that I hadn't even thought of doing that. I mean, I am used to like homeless people being just passed out wherever. Not on a pavement like that. But she looked like a regular, young, not homeless girl. Like, it had to be drugs. It looked like drugs. She was just passed out sleeping. And it's kind of like, I don't know, the city, man, just makes you like not give a fuck. I mean, if I saw that somewhere else, I'd be like, would I have called the cop? I mean, you like to think you're a good person, but when you see someone passed out like that, I mean, everybody acts like, oh, you didn't call like, I mean, I'm glad an ambulance came because I didn't call them. It's like, I don't know, it is horrible, like the way you get in the streets. You just see that kind of stuff and you just get immune to it. But, whatever. Judge me if you will. Judge me if you will, but I don't think you would have done it either. But that's just a note I had written down for the cast. And what else is going on? I don't know. I just did some likes. I wrote some stuff down for the podcast. Like, I took a break from the podcast, but I was doing nothing at the time. But now I've been going out a little bit, and it's been kind of fun. Like doing some likes. Like I've kind of gotten like a feeling of like what it used to be, like why I used to like it. Because I hadn't done it in forever over the lockdown. And like I guess I forgot why, if I liked it even. Cause like I mean I would get stressed about it a lot. I still do get like stage fright and whatever. I just do. I mean, Usually it's because I'm worried about I'm going to forget something. But just everyone looking at you the whole time, it's just like, it's just not, I mean, normally I don't ever like attention. So it's just weird that I would even have tried to do stand up. I mean, everybody who I meet on a date or anybody who I meet that doesn't know me and I tell them that, they're like, what? They're like surprised, like, because, and they should be. I mean, but you know, I guess I'm never going to get over, I'm always going to be awkward on stage. Like, it's just a matter of like, can I manage, because I've been funny and been awkward on stage. So if I can do that, like, without stressing too much, you know, I'll see. But I'm not going to kill myself doing it, because I also want, like, if they're, you know, I think I talked about this before, but all right, we're back, and I have a different outfit on if I'm gonna put this out. If I decide to put the video out, I am aware of that I have maybe a different shirt on. Yeah, I didn't like the video quality, but I mean, I don't give a shit. I mean, it's just, I don't get paid for this. I don't even have listeners really, so. But yeah, I was gonna almost use my phone as the webcam, but it was like being shitty. It looked better, but it was being shitty. Just so you know, those are just the inside the studio facts for you guys if you wanted to know like what goes on behind the scenes of a guy in his room. I don't actually know if I'm gonna put this out or the last thing out. So that's just me talking to myself. But that's it. I just watched the Joe Rogan. Vaccine comments. Okay. Joe Rogan. Comment. That's loud. On the vaccine. Okay. Joe Rogan commented publicly on the vaccine. You can't do that.
Don't ever fucking do that. Okay? Yeah, I mean, like, Rogan should never give an opinion on anything ever again, okay? I'm sick of this guy, like, thinking he can just have his own podcast. Fuck him and all the bros that listen to him, okay?
How dare
Rogan think he can just do his little podcast? Well, guess what? This is Chris Hayes or who's the Memphis NBC guys? I don't know. This is Cuck Stevenson. And I say that Rogan is a piece of shit. Hopefully he gets it and dies. Yeah, I said it. Him and Trump need to go. That's basically where the,
really liberal, really left people are basically at the point of calling for death of anyone who just gives an opinion. Rogan isn't even a right figurehead. He's not even an alt-right or anything that they call him. And he just does a podcast and gives his opinions. I don't even watch it that much anymore. I don't care. I mean, I don't care that he gives opinion. Why do you care so much? Like, I could see if Rogan was like literally trying to stop people from getting the vaccine or something. Like if he was like, I'm gonna actually show up and block people like with UFC moves, and I'm just gonna block them from getting into the vaccine places. I actually watched his responding to the backlash segment on one of his podcasts, and I thought that was actually pretty good. I was gonna criticize Rogan for even addressing the outrage, but it was actually pretty good because he just said, like, I'm just giving my opinions. I'm not a doctor, which he's actually not a doctor, and that therefore he has no lived experience to say that someone should or shouldn't get the vaccine. I don't like. He was saying, I guess, if someone asked him and they were like young and healthy, do you need a vaccine? I mean, I know that their outrage was because everyone has to get it because we have to flatten. Hold on a second. Flatten the curve. No one's really talking about the curve though anymore. It's kind of just gone. Everybody's just like, get a vaccine. Don't worry about the curve. But we have to flatten. I don't like how the delay like is still going on even when I have it not on. Listen. Like I'll say something now, and you'll hear it even if like you'll hear the thing that I said before I click on. Like right now I'm saying something. Oh, it didn't do it. Right now I'm saying something. Never mind. I guess maybe it's not doing it. Rogan should be killed and murdered. Unless he says exactly what the narrative is. I mean. It is like, it used to be just conspiracy people talking about like, there's a mainstream narrative out there. But if you can't see that there's a mainstream narrative now, like what's wrong? It's so obvious that there literally is a mainstream narrative out there. Okay. It's really fucking loud. Is that better? No. Hey. I don't know something. Yeah, but if I just couldn't turn the effects on and they all got like crazier.
I can't figure this out. What's going on here?
It's annoying having to click on them. I wish I had like buttons that could push like they do in like a real studio, but I'm not a real studio, so. I think this stream thing I could even show like my screen, like they do on like Rogan and stuff, just show like websites and stuff, but I don't really think it's kind of like unnecessary for me anyway. Yeah. This is like the worst one I've done, I think, because I just keep using effects where I don't need to use them. But yeah, the Rogan stuff. The only reason I knew about the vaccine comments is because I kept saying like, Rogan outrages everyone with vaccine comments, and I'm like, and then I looked at the tiny clip. I don't know. I didn't see the whole thing of him. Who cares? Like, I mean, I haven't really kept up with it or anything, so I don't know if he did issue like an apology. He just like tried to like clarify. I mean, good. I'm glad he didn't like just go back and say, you know what, everyone absolutely needs a vaccine. I guess I do agree that everyone doesn't need one. I mean, yeah, we need to encourage people to get them to like I said, flatten the curve. But we don't always need one unless we're trying to flatten the curve. Okay. Yeah. This one's like just a silly one, This is way easier. This is so much better than having to go back and add effects later. I don't have to. I just did because out of boredom, because I had to like listen back to what I recorded. It was almost,
Now I'm just like, I can just hit a switch and turn into this guy. Just me when I was like, 12 or something.
I mean, Rogan should step down. Let's be honest. He should really step down and quit his job. Like that's what everybody wants everyone to do now. Is like just quit doing their thing. Hey, I don't like what you said. Can you just stop completely? Just no career anymore. Just like, I don't know, become homeless. Like, do you ever think this stuff out, people that are listening? Like, what an idiotic. Like, it's ridiculous. All the people that say there's no cancel culture, like, why don't you guys, get your head out of the sand. All right? Cancel culture is real. Okay?
It's fucking real, bitch. Cancel yourself, step down, and just fuck. Somebody in the ass. For a living, instead of doing what you did, just fuck someone in the ass. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
If a guy with that voice said that, you just have to, like, let him. You'd be like, all right, you're like a mutant or something. Like, I mean, you're just a guy with gigantism or something, like 9 feet tall, like a Guinness World Record.
Hey, I'm just gonna fuck you real quick. I just am.
I mean, when you think about it, they probably have trouble getting. Would they have trouble getting laid? I mean,
well, this voice doesn't really help me get laid. I mean, it's like maybe some girls are into it, but it's like a fetish,
because not everybody would have that voice. But he might have an easier
time than this guy, because this guy, you just never talk. You just like write notes to a girl or something.
If you were a grown man and had that voice, I mean.
Like if you're Ben Shapiro, you're Orthodox Jewish, and maybe he had an arranged marriage or something.
To like even have it work. The distortion sucks on here. But yeah, I imagine if you're a guy with gigantism, I don't know. It depends how tall. If you're like 7 foot, maybe. But if you're like an 8 foot, like, giant, they have probably a bunch of health problems too. Not to like mock that community or anything. I apologize and I stepped down. Listen, everybody, I apologize. And I'll step down now. I'll do the work, and I will do the work. Everybody's doing the work. What do you mean, doing community service or like cleaning up a highway or something? No, just educating myself on the wrongs that I've done, and I apologize to my wife and kids. I will help her find a new husband. I will step down. I will actually get the divorce done with. I will not have her go through that whole process. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, as soon as you say something that offends anyone, even if it's just one person, you should step down. Like, don't even think about still doing your career. Now all these teachers are getting in trouble, like every single day, not even exaggerating. I do see another teacher in trouble. Like, it's just, there was that guy in the New York public schools that, like, he just said, I don't like this, like, indoctrination of, because it was like a woke critical race theory. Everybody, probably no one knows what that is really. But they'll see that like Republicans are banning it, and they're like, well, it's good then. No, it's not good. It's you want to become a Maoist, like you know, totalitarian culture and just like public shaming. We're doing that on Twitter, but that's putting it in schools. If, you know, just look up critical race theory. I mean, it's not like it's that. Critical race theory is basically what happened at the Evergreen College, and it happened at the, where, you know, it just turns into like mob, like pitchfork, you know. It's like Twitter in real life. And, you know, I mean, hey, it'll just keep going, and it's just going to get, you know, it would be like, you know, Antifa, the crazy, like really leftist, like insane Antifa people. That's what it is like teaching basically to do, like burn stuff down and, you know. But I'm not like smart enough to really explain it. But yeah, I was reading that stuff over lockdown, and I was like, I'm smart. I was just like getting into like people like Brett Weinstein and the Weinstein brothers. They're not called that. I just because there's and his brother Eric too. But I was I was listening to his podcast and all this like stuff like intellectual people, and I was like, maybe I'm smart because I get this, and like, I mean, I didn't consciously think that. I didn't literally think I'm really smart. I just was like, I think I was starting to think like maybe I should have like maybe I should like get into like smarter discussions or like I don't know. I like forgot that I was trying to be funny or something for a while, but I don't know. I feel like I look fat right now, but yeah, webcams always suck. Like, why does a webcam look like shit still in 2021? I mean, come on, people. This is a new bit I'm working on. I don't really get it. This has too much reverb for a stand-up set. What's going on with the fucking webcam still looking like somebody, you know, they're coming out of a toilet? Yes. What's going on? What's going on, people?
Am I right?
There's no stand-up effect. I don't have like a sound effect board right now. I could add those in easy on the old episodes, but I like this effect though that cuts out the like hiss in between me talking. It's called a noise gate, and I like to like think I'm my own noise gate in my life. Like I keep out all the toxic people, and I just keep the good stuff in. And I'm working on a new motivation podcast where I just kind of talk about energy and like just how to get more energy in your life and like that kind of thing. I just think it's really good. We need to like focus our energy, get that going, and you know, just really work on our and get our chi chakra buzzwords like that. I say a lot of words like that, and yeah. I actually channel a spirit. I if you like look up alien stuff on YouTube and UFO stuff, you eventually will get into even weirder things that'll pop up like down if you go down that rabbit hole. Everybody likes saying that. I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube. I went down a rabbit hole and I couldn't fit in it. I went down you know. But that's a weird one. Yeah, but what's this? Hey, this is like a weird one. I went down a rabbit hole lately, and I got possessed. I tried to go down a rabbit hole. Everybody's going down these rabbit holes online. I went down a rabbit hole, but I couldn't fit in there. I mean, you know. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Um, but yeah, you'll see people that say they channel like an alien. Actually, there was some movie on Amazon where a guy, I forget what it was called, but it's a plot. You can read the plot on there, and it was like, oh, this guy channels like Ishtar or something. And I'm like, you know what? I'll like listen to abduction stories, like if they're interesting enough, like the Travis Walton thing. But like talking about like that an alien is you're like an alien's talking through you. I mean, there's just no evidence needed. That you just have to take everything they say at face value, and it's just too much for me to say you're channeling a spirit or alien or something. Yeah, this is Ishtar from planet Xenon, and he just wants us to spread the word that hey, we gotta use more renewable energy. It's like, yeah, we heard that from years and years now. It's kind of like we're just screwed. I mean, I don't even know why Greta Thunberg, whatever, bothers, because we're kind of just screwed. I don't know if we can really turn this around. Our planet's just done. Not only do we have like the climate change, we have like the virus, we have like everything's going wrong for us. I mean, that's why we have to get to Mars or somewhere, because that's all we can do. I mean, get to Mars and meet like.
I'm a reptilian from planet fuck ass, and you guys really need to like get more renewable energy out there, and you just switch, stop using the fossil fuels, and stop throwing trash out the window. Every less, just don't throw your coffee cup on the ground, and you'll be fine, and your planet will be saved miraculously. So, solar energy. I'm selling solar energy panels if you want to go ahead and spend $15,000 on those. They don't work great, and it's going to put you in a huge amount of debt, but you can feel superior to everyone else.
Like, why else would you get solar energy? That would be the only reason, just to look better, like to in your neighborhood for them to see the panels. I mean, it's cool when people do that, but it's also like I feel like they would suck. I had a solar calculator growing up. Like how the calculators would be solar powered. Why was that the only thing ever made solar powered? I guess it's weird. Now I'm wondering if that even happened, like, or was it a Mandela effect, or was it like a Mandela effect? Solar calculator in the future. Everybody. I mean, everybody thought it would be just solar powered everything. Why wouldn't they have like solar powered bicycles? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Since you pedal a bicycle, I'm really smart, like I said. I'm basically like an Eric Weinstein or Jordan Peterson, Elon Musk guy. It's funny though, if you start reading like a smarter person than you use things, you do start to kind of just think, I get this. Like I gotta be smart because I get. And the reality is, I really didn't get a lot of what those guys say. I really don't get it. They have to dumb it down. Like Elon Musk obviously dumbs everything down on Rogan or something. And guys like Sam Harris, I would listen to a lot. Just kind of trick myself into thinking I'm on the same level mentally as him. I get this. Like I'm basically like a neuroscientist or whatever he is. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is long enough. I think I might start doing shorter. I might do it weekly if I'm just like doing it live like this. It's just way easier, so I can just do like a weekly half-hour thing. I don't really want to have it over like 40 minutes anymore. Like, it's just too long. So, I don't know. I think this is probably good enough. Just stay tuned for You got a lot of. I wish I could just like when I'm doing stand up have this stuff going on. Just hit like, hey everybody, great to be here in the stadium full of people. And there's no thing like with using video for a podcast for me. Like I'm just the most monotone, like still person. Like if I couldn't move, you wouldn't even like. I can move, but if I like had some paralyzing thing, like if I was paralyzed, you wouldn't even know the difference. So I have to like not. I have to keep track of when I have these effects on. See what I mean? It has like an old noise in there. See what's in there? You know? Yeah. A guy in his room. Can I make this faster? Hey guys. Like more of a springy. So yeah, you know. That's a little too much. The whole podcast just overlapping. Yeah. It's better a little faster, I think, for the most part. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for me. So we got to take Rogan out. I'm gonna start marching to his house now. I mean, he has a little. He's in Texas. I could probably find out where he is, or I might go to Spotify and just go ahead and like hold up a sign. Brendan Walsh on his podcast was talking. Oh my God. So there's a loud motorcycle. Brendan Walsh's World Record podcast. They were talking about how, you know, the protesting doesn't do anything. I mean, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't really know if it doesn't. Well, I guess it's getting cops to quit. If you don't want any police anymore, that's actually making police quit. There's more crime, so that's good. Everybody likes to have crime everywhere. You know, I mean, I don't look. I mean, yeah, if we didn't need police, I get why you're like sick of police because they're, you know, there's so much corruption. I mean, there was. I mean, and there probably still is. Like that's the thing. There is a lot of corruption. Like, but yeah, we just can't do away with the fucking cop. We can't do away with them. And even when it's the towns that are doing away with the cops, they're still having like community patrols. So I mean, come on, you're making your own police. No, this one's better. Okay, this is a better police because we're, you know, marching. But yeah, I mean, I'm just sick of the corporate companies trying to be woke and like, you know, that woke thing is like overdone because if Pepsi's doing it, I mean, come on. It's over with, people. It's just done. And I just wanted to let you know. Yeah. So.
Everybody, just go ahead. Yeah. Smash that like that. Smash it.